Okay, this is a storyline reading for Adreen, if I'm saying it right, Adreen McDonald. Okay, we have a husband who killed his wife. Let's see. Let me look at the date. He's incarcerated, that's true. But he was a monster. Let's just flow for a minute. Okay, Adreen. Was Adreen the wife? Okay, Adreen was the wife, and his name was Andre. He was found guilty, so he murdered his wife. It's a monster. Okay, let's just say. Let me get the dates right. He is sentenced to 20 years. He need that, or even more. Okay, let's just see. Let's say he gets some more time. Yup, he did. He needed. He definitely needed. Get some 5 more years. That's right. Throw it on him. He needed. He deserved every bit of it. Okay, I'm trying to see the exact. Okay, he's fighting his wife inside the bathroom. Some kind of way, and she died. That's what it's saying right here. So his wife, Adreen Nicole McDonald, was only 29 years old. And she was a San Antonio business owner and community volunteer. He was the son of a businessman. No matter what kind of title you have on you, that don't mean you don't do negative things. Okay, Air Force reservist who hid his wife's dead body under a cow remains. I'm trying to see exactly because I think the trial took place January this year, but I'm trying to see exactly when this happened. Okay, it says he's 43 years old at the time right now. Okay, but I'm still trying to see exactly when this happened. When did this actually happen? I'm not seeing. Trying to see when this happened. It's holding me up, so I might just have to say it without it, but I'm not used to saying it without seeing when stuff happened. Okay, I got this much, 2019. So he killed his wife in 2019. I don't really see the dates. So in 2019, he killed his wife because they was fussing some kind of way. Okay, it was in Texas. Okay, let's just flow. I'm gonna leave it there because it's holding me up. Okay, he was a monster because he a person who evidently didn't want to accept that things was over, I guess, or whatever was going on there, or whatever it might have been. I had no idea with this person. Let's just flow. Let me just separate these for a minute in case I need them. Let's start over. I'm just going to put these cards back where they belong. Okay, we have Mrs. Adreen McDonald was murdered by her husband, where he said that they was in a fuss in the bathroom and he killed her. So I don't know if it was It don't seem like it was by accident, because he seems pretty angry. Seems like he kind of mean looking at his videos or anything, or just listening to him talk. He don't seem like he is remorseful or anything. So he seemed like, I guess he don't want to take no for an answer kind of person. So whatever she might have been saying, his name is Andre Montgomery. So he has 20 years plus 5 more added on for whatever that is about. I don't know. And that was done January this year as far as the sentencing and the trial. But he killed his wife in 2019. So I just universe storyline as far as this man. He meant to do it. So people got to stop thinking they're in control of somebody else's life, first of all, because whatever the reason was, if she was leaving, if she didn't like something he was doing or whatever it is, she had the right to feel that way. He's not God. He don't control anything where he decide where she ain't gonna live because she don't want him. If she wanted a divorce, there's a reason why she wanted. That's how it goes. People don't want a divorce for nothing. They want it for a reason. And people need to get that. Okay? So let's just say with this man. You're in 4. Here's 4. These are like, let me just get number 4. This is the abuse cards, because we need decks like that. Abuse and healing of the soul when people do things like this. Like this man did. Okay, deck 4, where are you? I'm hearing. Is this 4? Okay, this 4. Wait a minute. Let me see. I just had this stuff. That's what I'm saying. I just had this in my hand. I just had this sword. I'm hearing 5. But I just had 5 for the other one. But I hear 5, so I gotta go with it. I don't want to go against what God's saying. I hear 5. 5 of healing of the soul. When you need your soul healed because you hurt someone deeply inside or someone hurt you. So we gotta go with the first card. She is talking to somebody from a car, but she is playing Russian roulette. She needed to think twice before she made any moves. Okay, I love him, but it won't be no romance. Dealing with somebody 24 and over. Follow me? For her. Okay, somebody was following her. Follow me? But to gain for her was to lose what needed to go, and that would be her husband at that time. Because he looked at her as weak back at the time. Because she is going to change and chance it all. Because he was a kinkster. And maybe he wanted to supersize, or she was going to supersize. She was a lecturer that was a dork, because it said when I read that she was a volunteer, a person. Maybe who did talking. He was trying to insult her intelligence, or he felt she was trying to with him. He was nervous, or she was nervous around a group of people, pyramid of people. So it says right here that she plugged into tension with her husband, Miss Adreen. She was overprotective since her childhood, or her husband. He had to adapt to this thing and accept defeat. He lost. She didn't want him anymore. He looked at duck and wouldn't help her. He was going to be herself. And he is the guy, he killed his wife, because it says don't doubt the person to the family. You still have a life. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm back. Okay, God gave me deck 4 of the abuse cards when you abuse someone or someone abuse you. And deck 5. Okay, healing of the soul when your soul need to be healed. When you hurt someone to the soul. Okay. Let's just flow. The top card. Let me just shuffle. I usually don't just shuffle, so let me just flow. Mrs. McDonald moved on something fast for her husband, Mr. McDonald. It says right here, don't die with the person, you still have life. This would be for the family. Where he looked at he wasn't going to die with his wife. He still had life to live. Anything like that. Okay, he is going to be himself, and ducking wouldn't help Mrs. McDonald at the time. She had to accept defeat. He had to accept defeat and adapt to it, but he didn't want to because he was overprotective since his childhood. He plunged into tension with his wife, Mrs. McDonald, and it was transparent. He looked at his wife as a liability, and he was a mastermind in things, planning things out, and what he did to his wife that shocked her. He is a conscious thinker, and spilling it will only help him because he wanted his cup filled. Romance, time, or money out of his wife. Okay, we have right here. His wife needed to trust in God's word, not man's word. He beat me so much. Some kind of way he beat his wife. One way or another. Verbally, emotionally, physically, financially, or... did I leave one out? Financially or however. Some kind of way. Because he is holding on to love. Because he wanted an equal cash flow as far as partnership. He was testing his wife from a car, or somebody was testing him from a car. Covering up won't work for him because he was trying to cover up things because he was no cleaner than his wife or nobody else. We got the supernatural, that would be his wife. It wasn't ordinary that she got something supernatural or epiphany, or this was her dying because he tortured his wife and it was hyped up because he wanted his wife to bring the emotional loving he needed. Because she didn't, and it was intense madness. Power to stay silent was no more for his wife because maybe she wanted out. Look at the card. She was telling him she wanted out. She was a speaker some kind of way, and she was adored. It was a mystery to all that this man, her husband, Mr. McDonald, had all of the demons he had because he had demons for sure. Okay, somebody was fence watching. That mean a witness while he X'd out Mrs. McDonald. So he could be his own witness where he was there and he was the witness watching, or somebody else saw him, however it's wrong. Mrs. McDonald had to think twice before making moves because some kind of way I feel she wanted out. She wanted out of this relationship. She was playing Russian roulette. And he was thinking twice before he made any moves because he is a mastermind in all the plans he made. I'm cold. Let's just see here. Okay, we're dealing with job. He wanted equal and fair as far as partnership, work. Some kind of work. Something he was in, work. Business, anything. He was going to be that warrior. But God said peace within would make a stable mind for Mr. Montgomery. He needed to try harder next time in business because he wanted an equal cash flow as far as a partnership, maybe with his wife if they was in business or some other business or whatever's going on here. He needed to accept it, right? And try harder next time in love or business because he was getting unboxed, unhinged, upset, follow me, while stacking them up. Accusations his wife was toward him or him toward his wife, anything like that. Okay, he is going to be tensed up because he's going to reside in front of a judge. Or he did, follow me, on a Thursday, some kind of way he got a message, or he was going to get a message, or he gonna get one, or he got one back then, anything like that, or his wife did. Because life was about experience things in life and keep on moving, keep on trucking with your life. But he wasted Mrs. Montgomery's life. He was trying to insult her intelligence, or he thought she was trying to insult his. Or he trying to insult the judge's intelligence, however it's wrong. Okay, it says that he had some tendencies for sure. Because he went in head first. He didn't think. He went in fast like a sailor. Because he's going to be the chairperson of his own life. He could have had another woman. He could have worked with a lot of women. Because I see the trafficking cards. That's why I'm saying that. His wife was a gifter. I tell you that much. Here she is. Mrs. Montgomery was a gift. And never again will he get the gift of Mrs. Montgomery or her family. She had to think twice before making moves. Because she is going to be playing Russian roulette with her husband. Getting a divorce or whatever it is she was doing. Or he was going to think twice before making moves. Because he was making some steps to do whatever he was going to do. Because he is a mastermind, God says right here. He's the cupcake exchange again. Either he had other women, or they had a business that had a lot of women. Anything like that. Because it's a trafficking card. Okay. Company with a lot of ladies. Or he had other ladies. Something as far as ladies. If he had burdens, God says, if he wasn't happy, he needed to do things the right way. If he wasn't happy. He had to accept defeat, the universe saying adapt to that thing, right? But he looked at his wife as ducking won't help her. He is going to be himself. And it says right here, the spouse card. And he's the spouse. When you lose a spouse, he is free. So when he lost his wife, he felt like he was free. Y'all saying he's free. Heal yourself by coming forward. He need to come forward. Because he moved fast on things. Because it says right here that he is following his wife, maybe in the house or outside or whatever was going on with him. Outside, in the house, or wherever. Some kind of way he's following his wife. Maybe from room to room. Outside, at work, or whatever. That says right. To gain is to lose what needed to go. For him to gain, enable for him to gain, he had to lose what he felt needed to go, and that would have been his wife. Or his wife was feeling like enable for her to gain, she had to lose what needed to go, and that would be her husband. Get a divorce. Get what I'm saying? So we have right here that 24 and up, 42 and up. Either he 42 and up, or at that time they was 24 and up. His wife or him. Okay, I love him, but it won't be no romance. She wasn't going to give no romance. Because here's the cupcake exchange. Maybe he had other ladies some kind of way. This man, plenty of them. Here he is. Nobody's perfect. She is going to leave him in the... Maybe he is dealing with somebody who could have been an ex. Or God was saying that this husband is an ex because she is no longer here. So that means he is her ex-husband. Because she's not here. So that makes him an ex right now at this time. He not for her. Or he had somebody. And God said whoever he might have been talking to was not for him. But I feel like this is God talking about her husband. Because her husband wanted to be the kingster, or he was the kingster. And he wanted to supersize, or she wanted to supersize Mrs. Montgomery. He tortured Miss Montgomery, and he hyped it up. I see the box cards. I don't know if he put it in a box or anything like that. I don't know. Let's just flow for a minute. Okay. It was not ordinary that he got an epiphany, or she got an epiphany, or she was dying at the time. Life was like a jigsaw puzzle to him, Mr. Montgomery. Because he is a mastermind in this thing and created a shockwave for his wife. The power to stay silent is no more against somebody who doesn't look like her. Because this would be her card, I feel. She got to talking to her husband and saying whatever she had to say to him. He didn't see her worth, and he didn't feel that she was worthy or whatever. Because he wanted Mr. Montgomery right here. Wanted his cup filled That means he wanted time from his wife, money, or romance. Remember, wasn't no more romance going to be happening right there. So we got the box card. Either he put it in a box. She got buried in a casket. He put it in a box some kind of way. Or he tried to box her in some kind of way. Anything as far as a box. And this would stand for church, funeral home, or wherever. If she had a funeral, wherever it was. She was adored and she was a lecturer. She is somebody who do some kind of speaking. It was transparent that he looked at Mrs. Montgomery as a liability after a time because it was intense madness between him and his wife. He is another card. He wanted his wife to bring in the emotional love he needed because tension was tension. He plugged into tension with his wife. He wanted seemed like his wife wanted out. Looked like to me. Okay, say people don't own the earth, this programming. So this goes with businesses and agencies, anything like that. Somebody trying to control matters. Right? Companies, anybody like that. Because at the top part, he wanted equal and fair. With a business, some kind of businesses. She needed to tell her husband she wanted out, but I feel she did tell her husband she wanted out. But then we have the money card. Could be business. She might have told her husband she wanted out of some business they was in. Anything like that. That was bringing in money. Covering up wouldn't work for her or him. Because he was no cleaner than she was. So we have right here that he was testing her from a car, or she is testing him from a car, or somebody else was testing him from a car, or her. Around something green, leafy foliage, superficial. Okay, so it was a mystery at all that this man, Mr. McDonald, I'm going to say it right. Did I say Montgomery? I'm saying it wrong. I'm so sorry. McDonald. It says Mr. McDonald. I'm so sorry if I've been saying it wrong. Mr. McDonald. He had a lot of demons that he needed to confront. Okay. He was nervous around a pyramid of people, at least 3 of them. Maybe in business or whatever that is. Unless it's lawyers, I don't know. Okay. He need to trust in God's word, like not man's word. So we got him talking from a car, in a car, anything like that. With his wife or just to somebody. Okay, it says right here that he looked at his wife as weak back, or somebody from a car looked at him as weak back. Okay, he was going to change and chance it all. Or his wife was going to change and chance it all and get out of maybe some kind of deal with him. Some kind of business deal look like. Seems like it's kind of business deal. It's got a programming card. Okay. She is going to show that she could build her own future and she own fortune. Or he wanted that. Okay. He turned on and off switches. And he created the walls of harm and safe. That card in his storyline just simply mean he made it where his wife wasn't safe. He did that. He turned on and off switches. Causing a fuss. Continuing a fuss. And whatever he did to harm her. He did that. He was in control. Because something come from his childhood. Being overprotective. Okay. He beat me so much. He was holding on to love, but he beat his wife right here with this card. He beat his wife. Wife didn't want him no more. It seemed like his wife didn't want to be in business, or she was pulling out a business with him or whatever. What he might have been in a business together, and he didn't want the divorce to happen because of it would mess up with the business, or she wouldn't agree to a business deal or anything as far as a business deal. Right there and up there, money cards. Spilling it will only help because he a conscious thinker. So both of these is dying cards, both of them. He decided to X his wife out. Somebody was fence watching. Somebody saw him do it, or he was the witness, and he saw himself do it. Get rid of his wife, one way or another. Then here's the card. Don't doubt the person. You still have a life. That would be for the family. This will end right here. I'm going to have to do another one. So look like we dealing with money and business. She wanted out a business deal. She wanted out the marriage. He was trying to hang on and keep it going on, and she didn't want it no more. Some kind of way. Other ladies was involved. With this cupcake exchange, it's a trafficking card. So if no kind of trafficking was going on, no kind of way like that, that mean it was a business with a lot of ladies that worked there, anything like that. Or he just had a lot of more ladies in his life or anything like that. But she is a gift, God says right here. When this card, I don't see the other cards in here, but this card means she is an earth angel. The gift. She is a good person going off this card. He wanted to be the kingster. She might want to supersize and change up things, or he might want to supersize and maybe she didn't. Anything like that. Maybe she got an epiphany or he got the epiphany. Because life was like a jigsaw puzzle for him. So he came up with a plan right here. He came up with the mastermind. He didn't look at her as being worthy. And he just went on. She a liability. She not going along with whatever. It's like he is trying to get her to, I guess, agree to whatever. Seem like with business, because we got a lot of money right here. Here we got, this is agencies, money, agencies, business, company. Create a shockwave for his wife. Because a shockwave always comes for the person who get the shockwave is a person it happened to. He planned out what he planned out. The judge is in control on this table. Judge got him. This channel is about spiritual justice, but the judge got him. He got 20 years plus 5 more, I think. So the law handled him good. But God wants spiritual justice on my channel. And spiritual justice is God wants this man to apologize that he shouldn't have killed his wife over money or nothing else. If she wanted to leave him, she wanted to leave him. So what? If she didn't want you for whatever reason, she didn't want you. You should have been a better husband. If that's what it was, whatever it was, she had the right to pick and choose whatever. If she didn't want business with you, she didn't want business. You know, so you deserve every day, every hour you get in there. You deserve every piece of it. Yeah, so arrogant. Nobody is perfect. Oh yeah, nobody perfect. Well, that's why you want to be where you at, because nobody's perfect. That's why you want to be right where you at, because nobody's perfect, right? That's where people end up. It's not perfect, right? Can't think like that. In front of a judge here, God, look, the judge coming back at you, where you get tensed up. You get a certain way for a change because you made your own. And you felt nervous in front with a pyramid of people. Maybe you talking to some business people at a car. Yeah. And you try to convince your wife to go with it, and she wasn't going with it. And she ain't have to go with it. She don't have to go with what you saying if she don't want that. Who are you? She don't have to agree to what you say if she don't want that. Who are you? I know you think you're the husband and all, or you is the husband, but you don't have control over her. She has control over her own mind and thoughts if she decide whatever she decide. You don't get to tell her how to think. She got her own mind. Okay, what did I do here? That's I don't even go there. Okay, let me get off. Okay, so what was about business look like? She wanted out, or he wanted her to get in a business deal. He wanted her to get in some kind of business deal, or she is pulling out of a business deal. Anything as far as business, money in business. He wanted to control. He couldn't control it. She wasn't giving into it. I feel like she wanted out of whatever business deal, some kind of business deal she wasn't giving into, or she wanted out. And that wasn't working for him because maybe he had other people he had to answer to, and it wasn't working. That wasn't part of his plan. So that's why he's so mean looking at trial, because he really didn't truly love his wife. Because if you love your wife, there's no way you're gonna kill nothing you love. Bottom line, if he loved his wife, there's no way he'd kill his wife. No way. Okay, so he mad because she wouldn't give in, like he controlled her. It don't work like that. You don't control nobody but yourself. And as soon as people realize that, they'll be better off. You control yourself. You don't control somebody else. God gave you the body and mind you got in somebody else theirs. You don't get to control theirs. They control it. So he where he belong. And anybody else that's like him, that's where you're going to end up if you think like him.